I've been working around Cadillacs for more than 20 years, and one thing I've learned is this: Consumer Reports isn't always right, but it usually points you in the right direction. Some Cadillacs got a bad reputation they didn't deserve, others ended up being even worse than the reports suggested. So I compared Consumer Reports data, NHTSA complaints, warranty extensions, recalls, and what I've personally seen in the shop. These are the 7 used Cadillac engines I would look at very carefully before buying. Not necessarily bad cars, but engines where one inspection can save you thousands of dollars. Let's start with the most urgent one on this list. Number 1. The 2021 through 2024 Cadillac Escalade with the 6.2-liter L87 V8. Imagine spending 6 figures on a Cadillac and needing an engine replacement before your first set of tires wears out. That is not a hypothetical. That's what happened to documented owners of 2021 through 2024 Escalades, and the engine in these trucks now has an active NHTSA investigation covering 877,000 vehicles across multiple model years. GM issued a customer satisfaction program in 2024 specifically for 2023 Escalades with oversized lifter bores. The fix was not a recalibration. It wasn't a software update. The fix was a complete engine replacement. The L87 has shown 2 distinct failure patterns. The first is hydraulic valve lifter collapse, most pronounced in 2021 and 2022 models, but documented in 2023 and 2024 units as well. Active fuel management puts enormous stress on these lifters every time the system cycles cylinders. The second failure pattern is main bearing failure, which is what the NHTSA investigation covers. I spoke with a technician at an independent shop who had taken in 3 2021 Escalades in the same year for engine-related complaints. 2 needed camshaft work, 1 needed a full engine. All 3 had under 60,000 miles. All 3 had been maintained on schedule. These were not neglected trucks. These were well-kept vehicles with a manufacturing problem. A limousine company operator documented 3 engine replacements across his fleet of Escalades before these vehicles reached 20,000 miles. An owner on a Cadillac forum needed an engine replacement at 4,000 miles on a brand new 2023 ESV. Is every 2021 through 2024 Escalade going to have this problem? No. I've seen examples with 120,000 miles that run cleanly, but I would not buy one of these without an independent inspection specifically focused on the valve train, and I would run the VIN through the NHTSA database before I scheduled a test drive. The ticking sound that some dealers have described as normal engine noise is frequently the first symptom of lifter failure. Do not accept that answer. Number 2. The 2019 and 2020 Cadillac XT4 with the 2-liter turbo. The XT4 was supposed to bring a new generation of buyers into Cadillac. Younger demographic, more competitive price point, European fighting compact luxury crossover. Consumer Reports flagged the 2019 model as a used vehicle to avoid. Not below average, a vehicle to avoid. That is the strongest language they use. The engine complaints on the early XT4 centered on faulty camshaft position actuators, fuel system inconsistencies, and power loss events that appeared in the first few thousand miles. Owners reported shutdowns at intersections, vehicles that wouldn't exceed 5 miles per hour, and check engine lights on cars with under 1,500 miles. One owner documented an engine failure at 900 miles. The 2021 XT4 is a dramatically better vehicle. Cadillac worked through the early production problems and complaints dropped significantly, but the 2019 and 2020 models are now in the used market at prices that look reasonable until you understand what the first 2 years of production actually looked like. If you are considering a 2019 or 2020 XT4, pull the VIN through the NHTSA database and verify every open recall is completed. Have an independent shop inspect the camshaft actuator condition specifically before money changes hands. Number 3. The 2008 through 2011 Cadillac CTS with the 3.6-liter V6. This is where the documentation gets very specific, and where the story gets more nuanced than it might look on a reliability chart. General Motors extended the warranty on the 3.6-liter timing chain for 2008 and most 2009 CTS models to 10 years or 120,000 miles. That warranty extension did not happen because the chain was working correctly. It happened because GM received enough failure data to recognize this was a systemic problem. The LY7 3.6-liter engine runs 3 timing chains, one to each cylinder head and a primary chain connecting them. When the chains stretch, timing goes off. Codes P0008 and P0018 appear. Performance drops, and at that point you're looking at a repair that requires removing the front cover of the engine. Timing chain and gear set replacement on these years can run roughly $2,200 to $2,700. Tensioner work adds another $2,000 to $3,000 on top of that. The lowest documented failure mileage on this engine is 7,200 miles. I've spoken with technicians who did CTS timing chain jobs at cars that had never seen a highway. Here's the other side of this story. I've also seen 2010 and 2011 CTS models with 200,000 miles on the original timing chain with no issues. The difference in almost every case was oil change discipline. This engine does not forgive extended intervals. Owners who changed oil every 5,000 miles or less with full synthetic consistently reported far fewer problems than owners who relied on the oil life monitor and stretched to 10 or 12,000 miles between changes. The warranty extension story tells you the risk is real. The oil change history of any specific car you're looking at tells you how that particular owner managed that risk. Number 4, the 2006 through 2011 Cadillac DTS. Nobody selling a DTS is going to lead with the engine story. They're going to talk about the ride, the leather, the rear legroom, and the price. That's the point. The problem is not the North Star head gasket reputation from the 90s. By the time the DTS arrived in 2006, GM had revised the head bolt design significantly. The catastrophic failures that designed the early North Star era were largely behind them. What replaced that story was a different one. Oil leaks. Persistent, expensive, engine removal required oil leaks. The problem isn't the leak itself. The problem is where the leak is coming from, because some of these repairs require removing the engine entirely to access the sealing surfaces. Oil pan gasket replacement on a DTS runs between $1,400 and $2,000. For the more serious leaks from the valley area between the cylinder banks, shops are looking at $3,500 to $4,400 before parts. The worst years are 2006 through 2008. Average repair costs around $4,000. Average mileage when the problem surfaces around 88,000 miles. I will say this clearly. I have seen DTS models come into a shop with over 200,000 miles. Owner since new, nothing but oil changes and brake pads, running cleanly. The North Star, when maintained correctly in these later years, can be a genuinely durable engine. But I have also seen DTS models where the previous owner ignored the first oil seep, drove it for another 30,000 miles, and turned a $1,400 job into one that required engine removal. The car you're looking at is one of those two stories. You need to know which one before you buy it. Number 5, the 2010 through 2012 Cadillac SRX with the 3.6-liter V6. Most people shopping an early second-generation SRX are looking at an affordable luxury crossover. What they often don't know is that the 3.6-liter engine in these years carries the same timing chain concerns that affected the CTS platform in the same period. Same LY7 engine family, same 3-chain design, same P0008 and P0018 failure codes. The SRX just wore a different body and attracted a different buyer, which meant fewer owners connected the dots when the check engine light came on. Timing chain tensioner replacement on these SRX years can run roughly $1,800 to $2,400 depending on how far the problem has progressed. If additional chain components need replacement once the cover is off, costs go higher. Ask specifically whether the timing chain has been inspected or replaced. A seller who knows the car's service history will have the answer. A seller who does not know is telling you something important about how that car was maintained. Before we get to number 6, if you want a checklist of the specific items to verify before buying any used Cadillac, the suspension checks, the transmission behavior to listen for, the service history gaps that cost owners thousands, I put together a free Cadillac buyer red flag checklist. First link in the description. Print it before you go look at any of these. And one more Cadillac almost made this list. The 2016 through 2018 CT6 with the 3-liter twin-turbo V6. Cadillac spent years engineering a flagship to challenge the Germans. The twin-turbo 6 was the engine meant to prove Cadillac could compete at that level. In many ways it did. But twin-turbo complexity means twin-turbo repair bills, and the CT6 was never sold in high enough volume to build the long-term service history that would give us clear data on how these engines age past 150,000 miles. Dealerships that have worked on high-mileage CT6s describe turbo replacement as involved and not inexpensive. If you're considering one, go in knowing that the powertrain cost structure is closer to European competition than American tradition. Number 6, the 2013 and 2014 Cadillac ATS with the 2-liter turbo. This is how this story started. Before the XT4 had early production problems, before the Escalade had the L87 investigation, Cadillac launched the ATS in 2013 with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that had a specific calibration problem. The spark plugs were running too hot for the turbo setup, and that triggered misfires. The misfires created abnormal combustion events that the pistons were not designed to handle. Owners started reporting engine failures in the first 10,000 miles. By April of 2015, Cadillac forums had documented over 50 members with at least one engine replacement on the 2-liter ATS. Some needed 2. Turbocharger replacement on the ATS can run roughly $1,500 to $2,900 depending on shop and parts. If the damage had reached the pistons, owners were looking at $4,000 to $8,000 in engine work. Cadillac addressed the issue through a technical service bulletin, covering spark plug heat range and ECM calibration. The 2015 model year and later are a different car in terms of this specific problem. Here's what I want you to take away from the 2013 and 2014 ATS. Some of these engines were fixed under warranty and have run well for 150,000 miles since. Others were quietly traded in before the problem became fully apparent to the owner. When you look at a used 2013 or 2014 ATS with the 2-liter, the question is not whether the problem existed. It clearly did. The question is whether the car you're looking at was one that got fixed or one that got sold. Service records answer that question. No records means no answer. And no answer on a 2013 or 2014 ATS 2.0T is reason enough to walk away. Which of these 7 surprised you most? Drop the number in the comments. And if you're shopping for any of these right now, tell me the year, the mileage, and what service history came with it. I'll tell you exactly what to check before you sign anything. Subscribe for more real-world Cadillac advice every week.